My warm greetings from Rome to all Marists of Champaña of the Philippines and of East Asia province. I greet Brother Ador, the provincial. I am happy to collaborate with you in this Marist lay formation program. It is a great gift for us having San Marcelin Champaña charism alive among us, brothers and lay people, all at the service of the Marist mission. Thank you, for all of you, for your devotedness at the service of the young people, following Champaña's call. I have been invited to share with you about the recent circular that I have sent to the Institute. It is a pleasure for me to do it. The circular was launched on the Feast of Mary, on September 8, the Nativity of Mary. This is an idea that frequently comes to my mind. Imagining the heart of Mary so free and full of God, and therefore transparent to God's light. In Mary, the light of God could be seen, a light streaming out from within. A circular for the Marist Institute. Throughout the years, Father Champaña and the Superior General have addressed to the Institute by writing words of motivation, of encouragement, exposing important and current themes, sometimes to convoke an important meeting like a general chapter. And that's the reason it's called a circular, because it's sent to the whole Institute. This circular is the number 420. In my circular, I am addressing to all Marists of Champaña, starting with the older brothers who have given the best of their lives throughout the years and who are now the majority in our institute. I would like to address the younger brothers and the mid-aged brothers, thanking them for their faithful response in the midst of a world that is constantly changing. My intended audience includes Marist lay people who are exploring their vocational call and who serve with dedication in various ministries in the Marist world. The last chapter, was the 22nd chapter, invited us to be a global charismatic family, a beacon of hope in this turbulent world. Wise words for today. And the chapter suggested that one of the ways to be a beacon of hope is to form homes of light for those around, giving ourselves wholeheartedly to creating a family style of life that is open to all. We seek to be beacons of hope, to form homes of light in this turbulent world. It was from the general chapter that the idea came to me to develop this issue. I remember a moment in a dynamic in which there were so many ideas, papers on the floor. We were thinking ideas for the future. And a brother took one of the papers in which was written home. And he said, we have to get out of the routine of our community life. We have to look for new languages. We have to create homes that give life to those who form those homes and to those who come to them, particularly the young people. I remember in the words I expressed even at the end of the chapter in saying, we need to form homes of light that generate new life because they care for life. And basically, I can say the title of my circular came from those ideas. As you can see, the La Bala table, that was our first home of light for the Marists. This is a very meaningful table because there is room for everybody, educators, students, families, brothers, lay Marists. I began to write this circular about some months ago, and along the way, the COVID-19 pandemic struck. We have been through this experience all over the world, and the crisis has impact on virtually all the countries where we are present as an institute. In each place, in each country, we have suffered the consequences in a very similar way. At one point, I had doubts as to whether the theme I had chosen was still relevant and whether I should change the subject or delete some sections. It seems to me that in the current context, there is no better time than now to talk about building homes of light in the face of this situation of uncertainty that seems to be dragging on. We are being called to care for life and to generate new life in moments of great fragility and vulnerability in the world. What a better time where we can really witness what we want to be as Marists of Champagne, creating these homes of light. In the first chapter, Homes of Light, I focus on the importance of keeping our fraternal light shining by being deeply spiritual people, inspired by the experience of Mary and Marceline. I believe that our rebirth as an institute and its future will depend a lot on the concrete commitment of each of us to be serious about how our interior and spiritual lives are growing. Added to this is our commitment to encourage one another in this process so that we can speak of a common effort and not just as an individual effort. Second chapter, Homes of Light, Caring for Life. Taking care of life means taking care of the light of the house, the home, to keep it lit and burning. It means, therefore, caring for ourselves, caring for those whom home we live, caring for those who visit the community, who visit the family, caring for the earth, which is our common home, and ultimately caring for God. In this chapter, I would like to present how I imagine that we can generate new life. And this is the chapter 3. Starting from personal and community integrity, coherent with the Marist values we are committed to do, and against the backdrop of our dreams. Yes, we need to dream together. We direct our efforts so that young people may discover their inner light and nurture the seed of their vocation they have given. They have been given for them. God has given to them this vocation. We need to help them just to discover that light that is within them. We mentor each one of them, and especially those who feel touched by the Marist charisma. We want to form homes of light with young people. They bring light to us. Their contribution and creativity allows us to breathe fresh air, while offering us clues as how to develop and adapt our pastoral approach. We are on this journey together, where we all see ourselves as disciples, not more as teachers, and learn from one another. We also want all our educational, evangelizing, and social centers and every ministry that we are engaged in to be places that replicate and multiply the life-giving, light-giving experience of our homes of light. We want to look after and accompany the vocation of each young person, the various vocations, brothers and lay people. I will spare no effort in making the investment of human energy and financial resources needed to invigorate and follow through on our efforts regarding vocations. Perhaps we are often overcome by sadness and desolation. We live in confusing times. Others just find it hard to live in times of uncertainty. However, even though we may not be fully aware of it, the Lord walks with us. He accompanies us closely. When all seems dark, He sends us signs in one way or another, but our eyes do not recognize Him. He explains things to be close to us. He explains directly everything to us, but probably we don't understand. It is then that faith and hope tell us that the Lord is there, that He wants to stay among us and has wanted to do so all along, because it is getting late, because it is night. Then we recognize Him when we break the bread together and our hearts burn. We know that Mary was with the disciples, among them, a loving presence and one in heart with them, just as she is among us today in this, her work. We are in the hands of our good mother. We could not be in better hands. With Mary by our side, let us build homes of light that care for life and generate new life. I hope this reflection will help just us to continue deepening what does it mean to be Marys today? What does it mean to form these homes of light in our families, in our communities, in every Mary's center? I wish you the best in this time of formation, and thanks again for all your devotedness and commitment to the Mary's mission. Many thanks.